Time to talk racing. Max Presnell, as always, has joined me. Max, you were lucky to get a go, I thought, yesterday. On about Thursday, it would have been about 8-1 racing at Randwick on Saturday. Yes,
Randwick did well to race, but I must say, Bruce, it's the worst expressway meeting I've ever been to. It doesn't really augur well for the autumn this year. I'm a little bit disappointed in Sydney racing, I must admit. Of course, there are dates they're clashing with.
You can't stop the weather.
No, even before the weather, Bruce, the nominations for the expressway meeting were down. The meeting itself was lacklustre. I think Sydney racing's got to pick itself up. We are being left in the wake by Melbourne.
Gee, Keith Hillier, that must please you to hear that from the one and only.
Oh, well, it doesn't please me because I hope Sydney racing goes ahead as it should around the nation, Bruce. But, gee, we can't complain down here. We had Alpha and Moorwad at Sandown. We had Saintly too. Back in town, the Melbourne Cup hero, and I brought his trainer in today too, Bart.
Bart Cummings, yes, with you, Keith. Bart, firstly, congratulations on a fantastic year in 1996 with that Melbourne Cup. But yesterday, Saintly, we were all looking for him. He trialled yesterday with Loch Ray. He'd had a gallop in Sydney the week before. How's the champ going, do you think?
Well, he's put on a lot of weight, Keith. Even in Japan, the weather was magnificent there this year, and he put on weight there and really hasn't stopped. And he's been thriving even in quarantine in Sydney. And out of Princess Farm, he enjoyed the couple of weeks he had there in the grass, and I think he's probably better now than he was in the spring.
This is gallop, Bruce. That's Loch Ray on his outside. Saintly runs the last 800 metres of this gallop in 47.99. What was absolutely amazing, his last 200 metres in 10.73. It'd win a weight for age race. He weighs 530 kilos, and that's about, what, about 30 kilos above his racing weight?
Well, when he left to go to Japan, Keith, he was 506, so it gives you some idea how he's improved since that time.
Australian Cup for him?
That's the plan, yes.
Will he clash with Alpha in that?
Too early to say. We'll make that decision after the Australian Guineas.
He's got 9 Australian Cups under his belt, Bart, Bruce. He's going for what he did in the Melbourne Cup, double figures.
Do you think he'll improve, Bart? I mean, if he does improve a length or two, he might be one of the all-time greats, this horse.
He's not bad as he is.
No, that's true. You just want him to maintain it, I guess. But it's exciting when one comes along like this.
Yeah, you don't get them very often, Keith. Usually once in a lifetime. I've been fortunate to have quite a few, and this one I think's up with the best.
Well, we wonder how good Alpha's going to be. We saw Octagonal's younger brother Moorwad beat him yesterday. They'll clash again in a fortnight's time. Let's go to the Debonair at Sandown.
Moorwad the inside, Toledo the outside, 3 lengths Civil List. On its outside is El Tasman, scrubbed up to make a bit of ground again from Silverglade. Alpha Beatman pulls to the outside on him now, and then Willow Moore, and back at the end of the field, Dual Honour. 300 to go, Moorwad on neck Toledo, 2 Civil List. Here comes Alpha. He's starting to lengthen stride well. Moorwad at the 200 has 2 lengths, Alpha and Toledo. It's Moorwad, 150 to go. He's 2 lengths to Alpha. It's Moorwad holding Alpha at bay at the moment. He might have just died on his run, and then Toledo, but Moorwad, although tested mid-race, goes on to win by 1.5 lengths to Alpha. 5 lengths away third is Toledo.
Keith, I think the first word should go to Bart. How did you feel about your horse's run, Alpha? A shade disappointing, or just right 2 weeks away from the Cadbury Guineas?
I think probably yesterday, I think probably underestimated the winner, and he couldn't possibly make up the leeway with the fractions they run the last 200 metres. So I think Flemington maybe with set weights would give us a better chance of winning.
We're watching 2 very good horses here. Bruce Moorwad was racing. He was challenged by Toledo in the straight. I've never seen a horse drop another one as quickly as it. He bounded away. Bart's right too. Alpha couldn't. It was time-wise impossible for him to pick up Moorwad. I think they're both exceptional, but I think Alpha will reverse the placings at Flemington in the Guineas. Do you think Moorwad will handle Flemington, Bart?
Well, he races up close in the lead, so really I think the way the race was run yesterday, it suited the winner.
Keith, weren't you there Oaks Day?
Well, I was there Oaks Day, but I mean...
He did win with a leg in there.
Yes, but he wasn't racing against Alpha.
Good horse won't handle Flemington.
Alpha will be able to pull ground off him at Flemington, that's what I'm saying. Can we have Bart's opinion, Max, instead of yours? Bart?
It'll be a great race in a fortnight.
Yeah.
OK.
Look, we're going to move on, but just finally on that, rarely you get two brothers so good. I mean, you go back to No Home and Todman, but you don't. Maybe Millward and Octagonal are going to be just exceptional two brothers, aren't they?
Well, certainly Millward is octagonal. I thought Alpha was a shade disappointing yesterday. I underrated Millward a shade. We're dealing in shades here. Certainly with the big picture, we just know how Bart Cummings can get them ready on the right day, but by gee, Millward's going to be a worthy rival. And Keith, I got no worries about Millward at Flemington.
All right.
OK. What about the Chester Manifold yesterday? The rock-hard fit Zuccarino winning. Ishtadad, the one to watch.
Yeah, that summed it up.
Cammy's boy on the inside, just Sterling, I should say, fourth at the top of the straight, and then came Istadard getting up on the inside of Quick Fix, and then Proposer Toast Peep on the sly well back. Jadiva Bella's still last. It's Celius the leader with Zuccarino tackling near the 200-metre mark, clear of Honkwok Star and Just Sterling. Celius tackled by Zuccarino. Zuccarino put his head in front. Honkwok Star and Istadard are running on well, but it's Zuccarino in front of Celius, and Zuccarino wins it from Celius, half a length. Istadard was a very good run in third place. And then
that was the run. I mean, Zuccarino, Keith's a good Group 3er maybe, and maybe could win the Tokyo Cup in Adelaide, but Ishtadad's the one that I thought caught the eye, flashing home.
Yes, Istadad was fresh, and you'll see him storm home to grab third placing. I think you've summed it up. Zuccarino the grey is fit, and he'll go for that Tokyo Cup in Adelaide, or be saved for the Blamey Stakes here in Melbourne a week later. Ishtadad, the horse to follow out of it, and I think Zuccarino will, well, that's about his limit, maybe a smidgen higher, but not to Group 2 or 1, I wouldn't think.
Bart, did you have a look at Schubert yesterday, the two-year-old from Hayes that won the first event on the program?
No, I missed that race.
OK, well, you're about to see it, and I think you'll be pretty impressed because this horse now is one of the favourites for the Golden Slipper.
Fashion Cafe on the rails in front of Blazing Aura, got about a half a length in front, and down the outside is Schubert. It's coming with a very strong run. He's joined in very quickly, Schubert. Put pay to them quickly, Dash. 2 lengths in front now down to the 200. Dennis Sarai racing up past Fashion Cafe into the minors, and then Portland Prince, but all Schubert in the last 50 metres. Very impressive. Schubert wins it to Lindit by 4 lengths on the post. Dennis Sarai. Photo third between Fashion Cafe, Soda and Portland Prince on the outside.
Colin Tidy, Max, the well-known bookmaker, said it was the best trial he's seen from a two-year-old all year, better than General Nadim, obviously.
Yeah, the incredible part about it is, too, that Schubert is by Salieri, and Bart Cummings has had a bit of luck with the breed, too. But when Salieri gets a good one, by gee, they are outstanding. I just wonder, Bruce, we're getting one-race wonders, some of these two-year-olds now, but Bart, do you think trainers are bringing their two-year-olds in later for the big prize money races? Because once upon a time, if you're looking at a horse that only had one run at this stage, you were saying Golden Slipper, Blue Diamond, you're saying no, but this seems to be the trend in recent years.
Well, they're paying so much for them these days, and any threat to soundness comes first, and they are giving them more time and putting them back in the paddock for a period of 3, 4 to 6 weeks to make certain they remain sound for the rest of their life or career, and I think that's got a big bearing on the small fields at the moment.
Have you got one up your sleeve?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask.
We've got a couple there, but they probably might be ready in time, as I see it.
OK, you've produced a lot of Danehills late over the last few years, Bart, and done well. Look, we'll go to Sydney. This Can Grande is an amazing horse, 14 wins. He did get the staggers in the last 50 in the Expressway.
Can Grande held well together, led by 2.5 to Al Soler, 2.5 to Juggler, scrubbed along now, and Ravada on the outside is about a length away last as they turn the corner. Can Grande is in full flight, straightening up, led by about 3 to Al Soler and 2.5 to Juggler, who's running on well, but Can Grande's got a huge break at the 200 mark. He's 2.5 in front of Al Soler. Juggler starting to feel the pinch on the outside. Al Soler's holding him comfortably for second spot at the moment. Can Grande's in front, 100 out. Al Soler is making a race of it. Can Grande feeling the pinch. Juggler's flashing on the outside, but too late. Can Grande has just fallen in to win the Expressway from Juggler and Al Soler, who ran a huge race.
Max, what was the wash-up from that race yesterday?
Well, Brian York said that Can Grande was loafing. I didn't see it that way. I thought Can Grande had had enough near the finish. I was a little disappointed in him in as much as he had it all his own way yesterday, yet he just staggered to the line, as you saw, like a horse like Juggler coming from behind on a track that favoured front runners, I thought that was the run on the race. Can Grande's very good. Nobody's arguing about his record, but he's going to have to do better in future. Perhaps he'll go down for the Oakley Plate. That could be the testing ground for Can Grande. Not testing ground. He's a very good horse. Sure. I'm not bagging the horse, but when it's dished up to him, if he can come back again at the finish, well, against top company, that will be the testing ground.
So still a little question. Just quickly, Bart and Keith, Juggler's got a bit of freakishness about him, hasn't he, when they get him right? And that was a great run again yesterday.
Yes, well, he runs similar to Alpha, the previous weight for age race there in Sydney, and just failed to catch the winner. So, you know, it's about what you'd expect.
I think you should give bonus points to Can Grande too on that winning on that run-affected ground, Bruce. He's, that just took a bit off his natural speed.
Sure.
I'll take nothing away from him.
Keith, what about Mick Dittman and Max during the week? At Doomben on Monday, he did seem to relax on his horse.
Oh, look, I raised the word seem. He did relax, Bruce. Mick Dittman, one of the greatest judges of pace and judges in races, has a race won.
He's on the outside at the moment, about to go to the front with a black cap.
Indeed. Now, he crosses those and he's got the race won. So Mick is then content to have a look over his left shoulder for anything coming down the outside. What he didn't realise was that something was storming up on his inside. Watch Mick looking, and he doesn't see on his blind side.
Just hangs on to win. So should have been rubbed out quickly, guys?
Oh, no, he shouldn't have been rubbed out. If he got beaten, he would have served at least 3 months. But it just goes to show you, whether you're Mick Dittman or a 3-kilo claiming apprentice, you've got to ride your horses to the line.
Shades of Higgs on Hope Perno for Bart in the... No, it was for Jeff Murphy then, wasn't it? In the Moonee Valley Cup when Clear Day and Midge didn't beat him.
Guys, we've got to leave it there. Bart, thanks for your time. Good luck for the spring, particularly with Saintly and Alpha.
Thanks, Bruce.
Keith, catch you next week. You too, Max.
Yeah, look forward to that. Thanks, Bruce.
We'll take a break. We'll be back with more on Sportsworld in a moment.
Out wide, Brokerwitz in space, Ryan Girdler, and Ryan Girdler will go in and score the first try for Australia. Walter's able to give his pass away, given back wide, it comes again to Ryan Girdler for the corner, and that's try number 2 for Girdler.